When we name Samenka se heat, anasa Samenka satasa, anasa minwa mikiki and to her, it was your counselor, a wofu, medica and the patuano abrow net. Now, in fact, all to us no, and was Odo Bronii, and dear pan Odo Bronii everywhere. And dear no Odo Bronii and she said, our read the name said, yes, so be kawa. And then someone come way say, no, said the media actually, aha, and also kawan eshe. Now, Odo Bronii, dear, Chessa, Lydia could say before, no. And a counselor, essay or questions are or person Obisa Odo Bronii. And no, uncle, I was here, Jebre, the idea.
What is Odo Bronii looking for? Why now? The family of Odo Bronii, the father, the mother. I am too sad for you people. Are you happy? If Odo Bronii becomes a wife, like the way Mrs. Serwaa is looking forward for, and there's a proof, whether it's fictitious, it's genuine, whatever it is, that there is a divorce certificate that the Lumba has. And mind you, when you go for divorce, in the first place, what happens to you is that you are given 2 certificates of divorce. One for the man, one for the woman, as a proof of your divorce. So if you want to marry again, you want to do any documentation, you want to do a LA, you want to fight for a property, there is a proof of divorce. So that the Lumba at least has a child with Akosua Serwaa. We have a certificate showing that they are married. But if finally it is declared that the marriage certificate was cancelled because he got married, and they have a certificate showing that that's okay. I'm saying the funeral cannot come.
Martin Belgrade, who said, Memo Tia, Memo Shatina, AG, Mebeka, and the Axel. Much as a Counsellor Lutterodt, Akekan Hubium. Member, what I say, so what you know, we are Chevidier, among your visa, age me, and Kaha, AG, gossips, meaning any age, any dear unsubscribe here. Mess also be subscribing no bad man, so Sadia Bay, I drop a video now on Sa Eka 80, where the Enya Fay and the best sebre, and come on and in someone. Counsellor Lutterodt, Eddie Atuja. And a message I was sending at the Ama Odo Bronii, and then come out with after the Lumba Esagano Hon. I was there.
What is Odo Bronii looking for? Why now? The family of Odo Bronii, the father, the mother. I am too sad for you people. Are you happy? Are you excited? That the conversation of the demise of your baby daddy is not a conversation to enhance what is going on, but it's become a conversation that, as it were, is pulling us back. Odo Bronii, are you happy that your baby daddy has 2 billboards in Accra? Are you happy? Oh, are you happy that we are in court, that you are being sued, and the reason for your suit is that you are holding yourself as a wife, and the original manuscript of who a wife is, Mrs. Akosua Serwaa, is bringing to your notice that you are not a wife. That's a contention. And let's get education here. Are you aware that the Supreme Court has come to do jalemo of the marriage procedure? What makes you a wife? What makes you a husband? So some of the 3 things that we look is an exchange of vow with consent, a symbol which is called a ring, and the 3rd one is consummation. I don't know if you understand what consummation is when it comes to after marriage. And remember that after every marriage, everybody will always want to go and spend time and have this.
Omugo holy moon. Holy moon. I read holy moon, as I say. Holy moon, as I say. You will your wedding, we are not going to do. Any holy moon. I said, what are you holy? Say, Saturday, my own planning dinner, when you holy. When you are, I know I be holy. Into your holy moon. Omugo holy moon. Holy moon. I read holy moon, as I say. Holy moon, as I say. You will your wedding, we are not going to do. Any holy moon.
Consummating the marriage, completing or finalizing of something means consummate. The law in Ghana says, if you marry, if you marry and you think you have certificate, you have a ring, and you have not consummated the marriage, you are not married. We call it incomplete marriage. So hear me. If you are in America and a man goes to pay your bride price in Ghana and your sister stands in for you, but they write your name and sign, the man can have sex with your sister by law because they have to consummate the marriage. Learn something today. It means that you sent your family to go and pay the bride price of the woman in Ghana. You are waiting for the consular to give that lady a visa because you have filed for her so she can come and join you. Until she comes, the two of you, your marriage is not complete. Leslie, it's not noise, it's education. The same here. My brother is in America, and they say I should stand in for him to marry Abna in Ghana. When they finish everything, I can have sex with Abna and I've not committed a crime because we are supposed to consummate the marriage. Consummation is an act of sexual, it's not kissing, it's an act of sexual intercourse. That is why when you are planning marriage, you need to plan it so well that nothing will come in between you and your partner. And hear this, any sexual intercourse you have before marriage is null and void. Then I have a flower. Our dear Yankasi and say a camouflage. Yaka the assistant of any, Diana, a dear Sudia, the guiding. Adwa wundi mendi was mansa me wagana na nya otwem na me kwa akonia basa na den so na mra ba chitin basa yendi was hear me very well. Hear this one again. If you marry and you don't have sexual intercourse with a woman, the marriage is not consummated. It means that even though you have the marriage certificate, you have the ring, it is incomplete because there have not been a sexual intercourse. You can argue. We have a child. Even before I was getting married, we were pregnant. The fact that during the marriage you were pregnant doesn't mean that after the marriage there have been a consummation. Let's teach so that those who don't know, that is why they can foolishly remove their wedding ring finger, take the ring off, put it at their right hand in support of a wrong thing that has been done, and they are still called Mrs. Serwaa. Because there's no husband at home. There many of it, I don't know where you come. May they support you, Odo Bronii. The Jimiro. The marriage must be consummated. Not just a bear man the court you or whatever our yearning complete. A conquer. The Bema Yale for Kowale. Now the cutting to me, Jinasu and Diwa. Even though I'm where the now when you know holy moon, when Diwa, our lieno, and you're complete. Obi Suya Bibiana. Yes, you are you. A young Tokani Basi. But ye did Suano a Jimmy Forno and now more being so on when yati, and yes, I was the kind. Okwasia, see, or see your Kwasia, Anuna, one yana being said or tene. Now, Okwasia, I know Casa so frefra so trop. Bible near Kaya. Proverbs 26 verse 5. Proverbs 18 and verse number 6. Such trust me, we men counting. So, how do we have evidence of the consummation? Thank you. A brilliant question. The evidence of the consummation is between the two people. So, if you come and lie to us that you have consummated and you've not consummated, we believe you say so and we take it like that. If your mother is dead and you say she's sleeping, we don't care about it. The day we bury her, we all know. So, consummation is very, very important. Now, hear this, Abner. By law, consummation should not be brushing. Abner, do you know brushing? You know brushing?
That's right.
The law says consummation must not be a brush. The law says consummation cannot be sex on phone. Pastor Shawase, who feeling me? Bien said no. Emi amedia. Oh. The fact that Uhumbaye are bear money ni hano, it does never guarantee that there have been a consummation. That is what the Supreme Court is saying in an interpretation of what makes marriage complete. So I've told you, don't forget. The other people, they don't know these things. I watch an excerpt of Evangelist Frida and then Lawyer Hinewa. Very nasty. Two women insulting each other. Because of Odo Bronii and Akosua Serwaa, two women are insulting themselves in the public space. And what Frida has started is that anybody that talks to her, she will record and play. She thinks she's doing anything professional. Somebody tell her she's fooling because the Bible says so. Tell her, according to the Bible, because she's an evangelist. That Mrs. Soa has moved the ring from the ring finger and brought it to the right hand to defend the lie about Odo Bronii being a wife. And the husband cannot say anything. Mr. Soa, Tejemo here, oh, Kega former Bijibwe, Tejemo here. Kahani Abua Galina, Tejemo Shia Mamana Nakabu, no. Kake yo hishin akudole ejake nunji cho yimi cho jinu iwega omse soa femonu kuye yake eyetan akohi fatalo ba diega kaye ye no kewu na kewu ni nejuno ejake amale mokohi. So, consummation makes marriage necessary in its education. The Supreme Court says that at least the male organ must cover 4 inches. I'm not 4 inches. I'm not 4 inches. I said, continue 4 inches, no brushing, according to the Supreme Court. Yes. Eti bema walu wiena wendiwa awalieni dimu All call your one dear no agogo. Agogo. And many of Papa and admin says the see the young koyan cosin sign cratan, or cosin sign by when do you our didn't do. So if it is proven by medical record that the man lost his potency on so and so month, so and so year, and then your marriage record proved that you and the man got married on so and so year, the certificate can be invalid because the time the man married you, he was not able to penetrate you 4 inches. Which wife? We are teaching. Which wife? 4 inches. I don't know. What if the length is 3? This class. Abner, can you please help the person? Please let me ask. What is the size? What is the length of the one you are using now? Because what is the average size of a male penis?
Not valid.
Then by law, your marriage is not consummated because you have not covered 4 inches. Not just saying, come on, I didn't say, oh, I'll be maybe in the court here. Our union is not consummated because and do 4 inches by law. What's the way you did? Because I think I won't be saying, I say, I think I'll be saying, one guy's got it, Tintini, the young man. I think I'll be you. I think I'll go to Swahili, Konongo. Chloto, okay. Not just say, Bema equate brim, na endu 4 inches. Over bread, and then you say, Bema average quote. Actually, so averagely, same with you, I say at least a 5.16 inches. So that means translate China is a continue, and you never hear say oh, Bema Okwati average a 5.16 inches. Abna okay, what do you call it? I feel I'm going to say so.
What about the weight?
The weight.
Weight.
The weight or kind of weight circumference any different.
When the
say quoting sorry. Says na me dey I remember me hear say wo ho consummation. After the consummation, what completes the marriage is your duty role. Cooking for the man, washing for the man, cleaning the house, respecting him, honoring him as your husband. They are parts. So look at what the Lord is saying. The Lord is saying that ever since I married my wife, she has been in the US and I'm in Ghana. She doesn't cook. She doesn't sweep the house. She doesn't do anything for me. The only thing she does is because she is with the children, she's taking care of the children. The law says, if this is not a consensual agreement, we have not completed the marriage. It doesn't mean there's no marriage. But when the duty roles are not established, the law says the marriage is not complete. So watch it. Are you married? German 4, are you married? UK 4, are you married? Ghana 4, are you married? Because these are part of the thing that establishes the completion of marriage. The laws that govern marriage are very, very bizarre. So you've now learned something today as I go on my conversation. Ebusua penny ejewusu on the Lumbers case. I don't understand why there are 2 billboards and 2 flyers for 1 dead body. Who is paying for the billboards? Because it was alleged that there was an opinion dipped his son into the funeral committee coffers. It's alleged that he took money allegedly to go and pay for the lawyer fees of himself and Odo Bronii. It's alleged. No, it can't happen. The fees of Odo Bronii going to court should be paid by herself. The funeral donation should not be used for anything, not even paying the fees of Daddy Lumba's children. Because Daddy Lumba had the way of paying the children's fees. This is what I'm saying, that the way we are joking and playing, hear me. Amna, the judgment on Friday from the court, no matter how the judgment goes, the funeral cannot happen. Quote me, and I will explain myself. I'm not part of the Busia, but per my analysis, let's just take it from Mrs. Serwaa's side. If the judgment goes that Mrs. Akosua Serwaa is not a wife, she has been divorced, and Daddy Lumba married Odo Bronii because he was divorced. Okay, that's a good judgment. But hear this. Anytime divorce occurs, because by the marriage property rights, any properties that was acquired in marriage, it is added in the divorce proceedings as alimony. It has to be distributed accordingly by law. We are learning. Yes, you are there. As we speak, if the Friday judgment comes clear that Akosua Serwaa was divorced, fine, no problem. That's what she went to court. She will fight it, even though she can appeal to a higher court, because there are things that it will affect her. But I'm saying, giving it the face value, that all they are looking for is that Odo Bronii should be declared by Bishop Penny as a wife. If she's declared as a wife, and Akosua Serwaa Fosu is declared as a divorcee, and it is established that she was divorced, the first demand should be her certificate of divorce. Somebody says that, is it what? If Odo Bronii is declared as a wife, they will all give their certificate to government. For what? We are learning. It's not the noise they make. Let's learn. And that's why we come once a while. Lessons. The title is Lessons to Learn from the Late Daddy Lumba and Wife. No wives. People are going to give their certificate. Hear the story very well. If the judgment goes for Odo Bronii as a wife, fair enough. It can be accepted. It may be accepted or may be contested. But if there's a proof, after all the evidence we have, that truly speaking, Lumba and Akosua Serwaa were divorced, then yes, when divorce occurs, the number of years that they got married and when the divorce occurred, was there a proof of distribution of estate or any asset that were acquired during the marriage? What I say? Oh, you have to learn. Thank you for learning. If Odo Bronii becomes a wife, like the way Mrs. Serwaa is looking forward for, and there's a proof, whether it's fictitious, it's genuine, whatever it is, that there is a divorce certificate that the Lumba has. And mind you, when you go for divorce, in the first place, what happens to you is that you are given 2 certificates of divorce. One for the man, one for the woman, as a proof of your divorce. So if you want to marry again, you want to do any documentation, you want to do a LA, you want to fight for a property, there is a proof of divorce. So that the Lumba at least has a child with Akosua Serwaa. We have a certificate showing that they are married. But if finally it is declared that the marriage certificate was cancelled because he got married, and they have a certificate showing that that's okay. I'm saying the funeral cannot come. Quote me everywhere. I'm explaining myself. Because if it comes to light that man Akosua Serwaa was not a wife by law, okay, ya divorce mo jawade okay, yati na si jawade a mini Lumba eto asase ye to asase e wo Tantra Hills, me san mini Lumba eto asase e wo East Legon, me san the Lumba eto insuo machine, me san the Lumba eto car, me san mani Lumba sika san so emi hoka 40 ye de koto asase we abri, ye de koto obi wo frafraha, ye koto 20 acres wo Kaswa, ye koto 17 acres e wo Adwaji. Kai ebeye time enya will asem na make am to what dream fi will mu enya will na make esa se Akosua Serwaa fosu Mrs. ye kase o divorce a ese ye san kom remu se awade ben na nkrofo mienu ware a awade ni gu a ye nche japade a ya bom ebe de wukrum a ebe ye usua bibi made kire na enye desa ese nkrofo ngusu bebre ma yesua de
Kia na se counselor e de yen awura bi se enne se court judgment ne ba na se omu kase ya maame Akosua Serwaa enye yire na bom Odo Bronii na eye yira abuzia counselor ese seyi ene betimi esi na se aye huhuhu se de na de Lumba na no e de bo onwom no ye ko de betofo bia no ye sa de beba no hu se ya hye wo bo no ye di so ye tumra ye kiresie ye ma story a ye ma update nyame onto ne bo ase na onhyira se da ne da wonya bre wogi bre na wo hye videos wo comment wo share nyame onpagya wo na oma wo so de a wo ye bia no enkoso e ma ogidi a kase amen na da wase na mama mo enehwe me ko de menya bia no me de beba aha eye AG gossips me dey e de AG background